Takes the snap and takes off on one. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. Late in the season here, this one has all kinds of playoff implications, Kurt. You got to believe the winner here is in the pole position for that top playoff seed.
Yeah, no doubt about it. So much at stake here. Absolutely. Whoever wins this one, to me, is in the driver's seat for the rest of the year. We're in the back nine of the season. Let's see who can win this one and claim to be that most dominant team.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he drops back in the gun. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Play action fake, looking to throw. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. Catch is made way down inside the 30. Tackled all the way down to the 25-yard line. Suddenly, they're in great position to get points. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Picks up a short gain, but is swarmed by the defense flying to the football. The Knowles will crank up the tempo.
Well, not much of a gain there, but this is what they do. They love to go fast. The defense has got to be around.
Has a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. A catch and run by the big tight end. What a weapon this guy is. The horrible field position to start the drive, but they just march right down the field and get points.
Chris, this offensive coordinator deserves a raise after that opening drive. The way they orchestrated this inside their own 15 to come away with points, impressive.
And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. Handed off out of the shotgun. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Solid gain on the play there, wiped out by the penalty flag. From the shotgun to hand off. Going absolutely nowhere for a loss of it. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Ball handed off. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense. Is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. And he'll run out of bounds, picking up a few yards on the play. The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. And now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment before this critical down. Here we go, the coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. That player moved a little bit too early. It's a false start. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Trying for a fourth down completion. Caught for the completion. And he goes down right there. That's more than enough for a first down. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. They're going to run it here. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Both sides told us they knew this was going to be a challenge. The biggest test they've had so far this season. Good to see this matchup get off to a good start. Bodes well.
Chris, I'm just excited to see how this game's going to unfold. Both of these teams are going to be so fired up throughout the entire game. I think it's going to be a true test of wills between two teams that have performed as they're destined to be into that postseason at the end of the year.
Second down play coming up. Takes the ball, tries the right side here. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Throwing off play action. Incomplete. As good as he threw the ball, that's a big 3rd down defensive play.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
So on their first drive of the game, they'll go for it in their own territory. Needs a completion here on 4th down. Makes the catch. It's Jennings. Breaks loose at the 40. Gets out of bounds after a solid gain.
Oh, my gosh, the defense does their job. That ball is thrown short of the first down. They've got to rally to the ball and not let him have that kind of effort to pick up the first down.
This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. As the first down is still going. They bring it down to the 13. This offense really threatening now to score a new first down. And they'll go right back to him on first down. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run. And here comes the noise. This crowd is trying to inspire this defense to make a big red zone stop.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Trying for the touchdown on the right side. Stopped right at the line. This is a stubborn defense backed up against the goal line.
Well, you lose the battle at the line of scrimmage here on 2nd down to bring up this 3rd down. Now as a play caller, you really got to be thinking about pass pro and giving this quarterback a chance to throw the football to get this into the end zone.
The crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
I tell you what, considering they've been out there for a long time on this drive, they sure showed a lot of endurance there, coming up with a big stop. Now it's 4th and goal. And as an offensive coordinator and head coach, with this kind of drive, it just seems like you'd be missing something by not coming away with a touchdown. And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He's got some daylight turning on the speed. Getting some blocks. Can he make it? Can they catch him? No! Touchdown! What a highlight moment. The kickoff taken all the way back for a touchdown.
Man, a kick return for a touchdown is one of the most electrifying plays in football. Everything has to align right. Great blocks, return man entries just like he did there, then he's off to the races. By the way, if I'm the kickoff coverage team, I don't know if I'd be kicking this guy today.
No problem with the BHC, the lead 14-3.
I got it, bud.
Kickoff team out there, fired up after after scoring a touchdown.
Woo! Thank you.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Will be stopped short of the 20-yard line. Good job by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now to begin at the 19. Here's the handoff, running behind the big right tackle. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, that play just didn't have much of a chance at all from the snap. The quarterback hands this off, and there's nowhere to go. It's almost like the defense was anticipating the play call, and they put themselves in a position to come up with a nice tackle for a loss.
Quick completion to the tight end. And he shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
Again, this is a really nice job here by the defense, keeping everything in front of them in that situation. Now they're rewarded with this 3rd and long. We'll see if they do the same thing here, or they're going to sell out and bring the pressure.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Makes a quick grab. And he's tackled just short of that first down marker. Good job by the defense. Here's a gamble. Head coach keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Running out of time in the pocket. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off.
Well, this is exactly what can happen when you're overly aggressive and things go bad. And I get it when it's late in the game and you're trying to climb back into it. But to have a turnover on downs now, man, this one could hurt you.
The offense is set up with excellent field position. Handoff here from the shotgun. Has the first down and more. Mowers all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Mowers. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to. That would have been a big ask for the defense there.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
You got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Now here's the toss play. Breaks free. That's a nice gain to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter. So far, this has been a battle on the ground. They've completed the first quarter, and the run game has dominated. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Direct snap. Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain. You're going to go with the Wildcat formation, an extra blocker. Let's see what they have in mind here. The Wildcat look doesn't get much that time. Just a few on the play. And it's a Wildcat look here as they try to convert on 3rd down. Defense has got him, but that Wildcat wrinkle earns enough to get the first down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
And it's a direct snap. They get him down, but not before an explosive run play on this Wildcat look. It's a first down. They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. They'll bring him down, but the Wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down. They come to the line in the Wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Defense not fooled by the Wildcat look. Just a short gain on the play. They'll come up in Wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Defense ready for the Wildcat. Just a short gain.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
They come up 3rd and short. This is the 8th play of the drive. Handoff in a single back formation. It's hard running there through a tackle. And they'll stop him just short of the marker. Good effort, but the defense holds. Now it's 4th down. They'll try the ground game here.
Let's go!
He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. I'll tell you, he's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
How about the offensive line here? Just a hat on a hat, opening up just enough room for the back to squeeze through there for a nice gain.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another 1st down. Keeping it on the ground here. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain. Well, the play is just blown up by the big fella in the middle, Kirk, showing some quickness for his size.
Yeah, we know about his power, but how about his ability to penetrate there? And that's the quickest way to blow up a run game, is that interior penetration. If you're able to break through the middle of that offensive line, then you can create a lot of havoc in the middle.
And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down. And the Seminoles will come to the line to crank up the tempo. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. That's big. They convert on 3rd and set him up 1st down from the 32.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Caught over the middle. It's Marshall. Finding space at the 20. They make the stop, but it'll be 1st down from the 13.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on 1st downs. There's another one. But for the offense, man, they're just playing very efficiently right now.
And the Noles with 1st and 10 here. The shotgun running play called. Brought down after picking up 5 yards, so 2nd and 5. This will be the 9th play on the drive. On the run, it's Marshall. He's finally tackled out at the 2-yard line.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal.
And I just love that this defense is not giving up on this 1st and goal.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Florida State.
Chris, we're only a few ticks from halftime. It doesn't feel like this thing's already over. Just a first-half beatdown to be remembered. This is going to be a fun locker room at halftime.
And they knocked through the PAT, so it's 28-3. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Just timing out for one more play in the half. Direct snap. Breaks into open space. And they get him down what will be the final play of this first half. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick this away to begin the second half. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. The Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. A lot of work to do in the second half. Down big. Can they get something going right now? Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
A lot of times you see teams go up tempo when they've got momentum that comes off to a big gain. These guys are struggling, and yet here they go, going back to old reliable, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage again.
He breaks free. They'll tackle him out across the 20. Here now, a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking downfield.
Bro, get the fuck out of here, dog.
Explosive play. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
Challenging play for the offense. They face 3rd and long here from their own 43. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Looking for the wide out. Wide open downfield. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24. Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. Short throw, running back makes the catch behind the line of scrimmage. And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one.
Well, that was definitely not what they had in mind, but look at this. Here comes the tempo again.
Deep shot toward the end zone.
Give it here.
Picked off in the end zone.
What's wrong with him, man?
So the offense will decline the penalty and just take the result of that play.
On the ready.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Moves to his left now, escaping the pocket.
Well, you talk about blowing a play up. What a job by this defense. That is a big-time loss from the sack. But look at the offense. They're keeping the tempo going. I'm surprised.
He'll hand it off. That run moves the ball to the 16.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Oh, what a grab!
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. 2nd down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Caught in the backfield. It's Marshall. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Makes the catch downfield. And he's in the clear down the right side. End zone ahead. Touchdown, Seminoles. They were not going to catch him that time.
Well, this offense did everything right in that first half. Really put on a clinic, and here we are coming out to start the second half. The opening drive, so much for the defense making adjustments. Put another touchdown up on the board.
The extra point is good. They're pulling away 35-3.
Notre Dame 3.
He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team.
Notre Dame offense will take over.
Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it here. Gets the first and still running. Breaks loose at the 45. Breaks clear over the right side. Can they chase him down? All the way to the end zone. What a run. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Oh, my. What a great play call here by the offensive coordinator. The running back received some great blocking up front and just took off with it, carving up this defense all the way to the end zone.
35. Notre Dame 10.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there and booted away. He'll return it from inside the 10-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. It's been hard to stop. And the defense makes some adjustments, come up with a stop here. On the ground, it's Marshall. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
Strong defense there. They stuff the run and makes it 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Looking deep downfield to the left. It's caught inside
Get
the
back,
end zone,
bitch.
still on his feet. But it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Knowles.
Throw that
This guy
bitch.
can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Point after, knocked right through. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone.
Notre Dame offense will take over.
The first play of the drive now, they're backed up at the 12-yard line. Ball handed off. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
This offense is known for that up-tempo approach. The defense has got to make their calls and get adjusted and ready to play.
And here's the handoff. Look out, room to run here. And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground. This line getting set up. It's a first down play.
What a big game by this offense, and they're now going to kick to that up-tempo. Kind of sense that the defense is a bit on their heels, confused, looking at...
He's in the clear.